don't need live action for every single animation. So I just got back from watching Snow White, and I honestly wish I had better things to say. Snow White takes refuge in the forest in the house of 7 dwarfs to hide from her stepmother, the Wicked Queen. The queen is jealous because she wants to be known as the fairest in the land, and Snow White's beauty surpasses her own. I think, honestly, that Rachel Zegler did the best she could. This movie was so lackluster, but I want to say there's 3 big questions that came up for me while I was in the theater, in the rather empty theater, on a Friday at 2 p.m. My first question was, maybe I just don't care for Snow White. Snow White was introduced to us in 1937. By the time I was born, I had Ariel. That was my favorite princess. Maybe Snow White just doesn't do it for me. Maybe this movie isn't for me, and I can accept that. The dwarves were my favorite part of this whole movie. The second question was, maybe we don't need live action for every single animation. I know that that's the thing right now, most importantly right now with Disney. This one guy on Twitter said, it's honestly wild how quickly Disney turned Pixar into a sequel factory. Pre-Disney acquisition, only 1 of their 8 movies was a sequel. Post-acquisition, 12 sequels and 13 originals. I think this is just the Disney way. How can we maximize our money? Let's recycle our movies. Also, I think because the Snow White story is so simple, it came out in 1937, it kind of had to really get straight to the point. The pacing is so different, and because this movie was made in 2025, they have to modernize the story to make the story feel like a real story and real progression. Just like the actual story, it was just very boring and very dull. And then the last question I asked myself as I walked out of the theater for Snow White with no children in hand, maybe we should leave the live action Disney movies to the kids. And I know after all the critique I just gave, maybe we should leave it to the kids. Gal Gadot's lackluster acting only seems lackluster to me because I'm an adult and I know that these are actors. But maybe to kids who the movie is technically intended for, maybe they enjoyed it. Even though I am making a video critiquing this film, I do want to encourage us to stop dunking on Disney movies because honestly, guys, we are not the target audience. The children are. Overall, I give this movie 2 stars. But if you happen to bring your daughters or your sons to this movie, let me know in the comments what you think. I really don't have anything to say about this movie because it was boring. I was falling asleep in the theater. Maybe it's not this movie. Maybe the original Snow White is boring. And it actually was. It was a bit of a snooze fest. If the first movie is a snooze fest, why are we expecting the live action version of that to be a hit? These are the questions that we must ask. Make sure you follow me on Letterboxd. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.